Hello and welcome to The Medium, a third-person psychological horror game that came out, well, towards the beginning of this year altogether, but for me to be able to play and record just recently, about 2 months ago, at time of this recording. This game was developed by Bloober Team, which makes me ambivalent towards it because Bloober Team made Layers of Fear, which I thoroughly enjoyed, but it also made Blair Witch, which I did not thoroughly enjoy. So I hope this game errs more on the side of Layers of Fear. Because we'll have to see. I know this game. I don't know anything about the plot whatsoever. I do know that it's about a medium, obviously, and there's supposed to be a lot of horror elements, and there's supposed to be a lot of puzzles in it that pertain to the other side of existence and the living side of existence. But as far as the actual plot itself goes, I got no clue, because I didn't look into it. So here's the way I do games. I look at a very brief, maybe synopsis of it. I look at how long it takes to beat it, provided the game's been out for long enough for people to have weighed in on their decisions for it, and that's pretty much it. I tend to go into games mostly blind, like this one. I'm doing this one because it's supposed to be a horror game. So let's go ahead and see how it plays out. Adjust brightness to your desired level. That's fine. I personally never change the brightness level on like any game I ever play because most of the time they'll say, hey, change it until this logo is barely visible. So I change it to the logo is barely visible. And then when I get into the game, I can barely see a damn thing. I am playing this with PS5 with a controller, and apparently this game is supposed to take very much advantage of the adaptive triggers and of the haptic feedback. So whatever ends up coming from those two features, I will verbally mention. Binding. What the fuck does this mean? Oh, I love it! This is a game where you can change each individual button. That's awesome. But I'm not going to unless I feel like it. Inventory, touchpad, makes sense. L2, hold to... I'm not so sure about that. I think I might have to do L1 to hold. Good to go. Alrighty. I think that's about it. So, I'm just going to go and get started in a minute. The only thing, but before I get started, I want to mention that this game looks like it's going to be witchcraftian and decrepit, based purely on the main menu that I see right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I like this game, and let's go.
It all starts with a dead girl. Ever since I was little, I've had this dream. It's the end of summer. A girl is running through the woods. The moon, the scent of pines. And then the gunshot. It always felt so real. The blood on my cheek, the cold sweat running down my skin. I'd managed to convince myself it really happened. This scar of a memory. A part of me I could never fully understand. Well, that wasn't the only part. No wonder people used to think I was strange. If they only knew. That day when the phone rang, it was the hardest day of my life. The day I went home to say goodbye to my father. To dress him up for his last journey. Put him in a suit, fix his tie. Simple. Just the things he did every day. But looking through his stuff wasn't easy. I needed a moment to pull myself together. I was almost ready.
Oh,
I just had
find
to
the tie
find
clip.
his special tie clip.
Oh, so this is like a fixed camera angle game. Oh, this game. Wait, does this game feature? God damn it. I hope that doesn't become a problem. Because okay, when it comes to fixed camera angle games, I prefer tank controls, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. A couple things that right off the bat. So firstly, I forgot to mention this during the introduction, but this game's soundtrack was co-written by Akira Yamaoka. In case, not aware of what Akira Yamaoka is, he was the composer for the original Silent Hill games. And while I've played a myriad of Resident Evil, old school, I haven't really played Silent Hill. Although the reason why I haven't really played Silent Hill is because there's not really any options. I mean, unless you got an old ass system like PS1 or PS2, marked PS2, because the Silent Hill HD collection people say is so bad that if that's the only option, don't even bother. But yeah, but even though I haven't played the Silent Hill games, like the older ones at least, I've played Downpour, that's about it. Um, that I've heard the soundtrack and some of the soundtracks, and it's banging as far as musical atmosphere goes. And I immediately felt the influence of Yamaoka as soon as I heard the cues while the cutscene was zooming in on that monument thingy. Another thing to mention, this game's graphics are impeccable. Like, its lighting is fantastic. I usually don't even talk about graphics in games that I do playthroughs on, but dude, this game, I just gotta say, it's fantastic so far. It's like the facial animations are fucking impeccable. It's all great, and the haptic feedback, they're already taking plenty advantage of that. They took advantage of it with the footsteps. They took advantage of it with the gunshot. They took advantage of it with the teapot kettle blowing thing. All great stuff. Another thing I want to mention is that I don't know who the fuck this bitch is, but she looks like Kara from Detroit Become Human. Is that it? I think it's pretty much all the first things I wanted to mention. Oh. 1999, huh? Yeah, read. October. 2. Memorial of the Holy Guardian Angel. By the way, I'm actually going to read this because I feel like this probably has something to do with something. Funeral at 10. Ultrasound. Our Lady of the Rosary. 9. Biopsy. Send package to Marianne. Neurologist visit. Funeral at 12:30. Ultrasound. Neurosurgeon visit. Funeral at 9. Funeral 11. Okay, wait. I take some issues with that funeral at 9, funeral 11 thing, and here's why. I don't know about anybody else here, but sad to say, I have in fact been to a funeral. And I can tell you right now, well, I've only been to one, but I've been to a funeral. And I can tell you right now that if you have a funeral to go to at 9, no way in fuck you're making it to another funeral at 11. I'm telling you that right now. That's like a half a day to a full day event. A funeral meeting. That's gonna take up like 6+ hours. At least the one that I went to did. That one took hours to do. And I mean with everything, like with the proceedings, the convoy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the hearse shit, the whole thing with the casket and all that, going to the cemetery, lowering the casket in, the whole deal. And we also went out to eat afterwards. Well, I guess, but I would kind of consider the eating part of it to be part of it. With all that combined, it took several hours, the funeral that I went to. So you starting at 1 and then you have another one to go to at 11 o'clock. Well, I can tell you right now that either that's not true or you're a shitty guest who just left in the middle of it. If you're in a funeral, like if you're going to a funeral and you have other shit to do, then just don't go to the funeral. 'Cause like it didn't happen for us, but like like dude, like if you're in a funeral and you just walk up and leave in the middle of it, like the amount of disrespect that would be, like that is impropriety on like the highest level. If you were to do something like that, like to be in a funeral and just walk up to leave, like the disrespect is incalculable on that one. Anyway, enough about fucking funerals though. Pick up Marianne from training system. I'm assuming I'll find out who Marianne is at some point. November, All Saints Day, All Souls Day. All Souls Day, the fuck does that mean? Surgery. Surgery, do you mean like a C-section or some shit? Hmm. So, okay, so far I'm actually okay with this presentation. Although I must say that when they say, okay, the descriptions that I've read of this game didn't mention anything about fixed cameras. So like when it said third person, I kind of assumed it meant over the shoulder. Not that I have a problem with fixed camera angle. In fact, when it comes to horror games, I don't mind it. In fact, oftentimes I actually enjoy fixed camera angles games, but I hope there's tank controls. Torment, okay, Song of Horror did it right. They gave the Song of Horror didn't give you tank controls, but it didn't really matter because you were encouraged to walk anyway. Torment and Souls gave you tank controls, or the option for it, which I like. What? Also, when does this bitch's hair become white? Because, like, in the game cover and main menu, her hair is, like, albino white. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ on a goose.
Yeah. Nice to see you too.
Dude, this girl is a cat that automatically makes me like her. I'm a cat person. Or, in other words, I'm a pussy person. I like me some pussy, bro. As immature as that joke is. Funeral home keys. Oh, wait, does she work at a funeral home? If she works at a funeral home, then maybe everything I just said doesn't apply.
Looks nourishing.
Let me guess.
Here you go. What's your face? Glad to see you're still kicking around.
Holy shit. Famished feline. Dude, I gotta say right now, dude, fucking the detail on this cat is unreal. Okay, like I just said, I have cats in real life as it is. Dude, like, I don't know why the camera's... Oh my god! Yo, this game is motion sensing me. Like, I'm moving my controller around right now. No wonder I was bobbing all over the place. I'm moving my controller around right now, it's moving with it. Oh my, wait. Okay, but the joystick still does it though too. Oh my god, that is unique. Okay, I'll stick with this for a little while, as in the motion controls, just to kind of see how they go, like to see how they kind of are in the work. But I might turn this off at some point if it gets distracting and all that. But I feel like it's a new innovation sort of thing, so I'm gonna let it go for now, unless it gets distracting. But dude, like this cat, and yes, I'm using it right now to look around. Dude, like I have cats in real life, and bro, dude, like this cat is detailed to hell. Like look at that fur. Dude, I cannot praise this game's visuals enough. What was my objective again? Oh, it doesn't just tell me. Yeah, it does. Find the tie clip. Oh, are you gonna wear a clip-on tie? Actually, what's the date to... Hey, wait, let me go back there. What's the date today? What the fuck? Can I go through? There we go. Not a very good camera angle there. Oh? Wait, can I just... Ooh, yep. Good morning, Krakow. That day. What? Name day is celebrating Blandin Blandina. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that shit. Symbolic funeral of the Sirza mine. Oh, this is the funeral. Miners from the Sirza mine. I don't care. Okay, I don't care if I don't care if I butcher this shit. Some of this shit is not in my native fucking language, so. Oh, it's November 5th. In that case, what I'll do is I'll actually go ahead and look it up on the calendar again. For the Sirza mine. If I butchered, I butchered. I don't care, honestly. Miners from the Sirza mine in Sibinihal City carried a symbolic black casket. Candles were lit on it. This is not a mine funeral, says members of the Sirza Mine Rescue Committee. The mine stays and we will... You know what? I'm just going to read it like this. This is not the death of our mine, says members of the Sirza Mine Rescue Committee. We will not let our jobs be buried. The casket is meant for the Vistula Coal Company, they add. The miners have also announced that they will come to work tomorrow. They refuse to accept that the Sirza mine was liquidated. Well, congratulations, but if the company was liquidated, then you're still fucked. Meanwhile, their colleagues continue to protest outside the company headquarters in Tichy, building a symbolic wall in the entrance. Each day, they add another layer of bricks. There are only 5 left until the wall reaches the ceiling. So, 5 days. NATO's new mission, projecting stability in a post-Cold War world. Oh yeah, the Cold War just ended, what, a few years ago in this game's time frame? Earlier today, U.S. President Bill Clinton delivered a major foreign policy address, I'm gonna make this joke, to declare that he did not, in fact, have sexual relations with that woman. Anyway, to commemorate the fall of the Berlin Wall. The president commended the progress that was made in the last decade towards strengthening democracy in Central and Eastern Europe, while also outlining the challenges that lie ahead. So I don't know where this game takes place at, but clearly not America. And I'm not sure how heavy into real life politics it is or isn't going to get, but we'll come to that when we get to it. The U.S. leader also emphasized the fact that his country's leadership and involvement have been critical to Europe's peaceful transformation. President Clinton's vision of an undivided, democratic, and peaceful Europe has now been furthered by another key achievement, the induction of Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic into the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. By doing so, the NATO leaders are hoping to strengthen these young democracies, ensuring their further contribution to the security and stability of Europe. Interesting. New best player. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. So this is the 5th of November, though, huh? Well, actually, wait. Let me look at some. Wait, does that... Wait. Is that doing that? Wait. Let me get a good look at this bitch's eyes. It's not. Okay. I was looking to see if her eyes or head would bob or turn or whatever like that based on where I had the motion sensor at. 5th of November. Oh my god, that's why it's circled. What the fuck? Yo, if you're gonna have fixed camera angles, then have it fucking change. What the fuck? Yo. I hope that's not a glitch that's gonna happen frequently. Because I've played a lot of fixed camera games. I've never had one do that before. Wait, what's back here? Laundry room?
Can't believe it's all still
Yep.
here. Oh, Jack.
The hell? How to develop photos. This is probably important. Illuminate photos for 5 seconds. Dip in multigrade for 3 seconds. Dip and stop. Dip and... Okay, this reminds me of that puzzle from Song of Horror. The one where you have to mix the chemicals together to find that, to get that, like, I guess, black light spray. Well, I'll figure that out later when it actually matters to me. But it'll be funny to me, though, if this game gets more into photography than Life is Strange did. Oh, I already did that. Now, what on earth is back hither? Nothing. Also, girl, sorry to tell you this, but you don't really have much of an ass. Yes, I notice things like that. Sorry to say.
Interesting.
By the way, I move my controller around all the time when I play, so like, whenever I go into this first person shit, if the camera just starts wiggling about, that's why. I still might just say fuck it and, not 2d4. I still might just turn that off at some point, but for now I'll leave it in.
Right. The tie clip. Pull yourself together, Marianne.
Well, it's not like I know where the fuck your goddamn front door is. It's not like I've been to this fucking place before.
Jack's room. It's like he never... Damn it.
Ah. I know you feel, girl.
I used to think
Actually, I
I'd never
don't.
fit in. But Jack... he didn't mind my weirdness. He kept telling me I was special.
'Cause you are, and he knew you were special more so than you did. Dun dun dun. But no, I don't know how she. Okay, like I said earlier, I've been to a funeral. Read between the lines. But I also know a certain somebody who hates that particular platitude. The one where it's, I know how you feel. 'Cause when it comes to the situation that requires a funeral, it's not true. Strictly speaking. Here's why. Say two people have brothers or sisters, whichever one. Say their sibling dies. Well, if one person fucking hated their goddamn sibling, then maybe they don't give a fuck. And when I say hate, I don't mean like a sibling rivalry. I mean like let's say like if they legitimately hate him, the other person loves him. It'll hit him differently. Is that it? I guess that's it. I thought I could read the book or something, but I guess not.
Jack was a humble, religious man. He ran a funeral home, and I'd help out whenever I could. It felt good to be useful.
I like how it gives me the option to skip the dialogue.
Keep hissing at me. Who do you think's gonna feed you now?
Hey, fuck you, cat.
Jack was part of the Solidarity movement. He spent a few months in an internment camp, but even that couldn't dampen his spirit.
Shit. That's uncomfortable. God. Okay, I'm turning this off, dude, because like how far down I have to point my controller, just have it go down here, it's actually hurting my wrists. God.
Come on, Jack. Where'd you put it? Okay. Let's do this the other way.
Oh, so she's aware.
There you are. Okay, I think that's it. Jack's waiting downstairs. Time to say goodbye.
Wait, first though. Oh, I guess I don't do anything with that.
Weird to be back in my old room. So many memories.
Yeah, and let me change actually that. Hang on. I don't really want that on anymore because like I just said, it just, well, you know what? Just for the novelty on it, I'll actually leave it on.
Yeah. I used to have a thing for them. Don't
Sounds
know why,
sexy.
really. I guess they just used to make me happy. That's why there's so many of them here. Kids from the orphanage. Not all of them had my luck. That's why I kept coming back. To play. To take care of them. To listen. That was the least I could do. Spirits. There was a time I'd try to run from them. To ignore their calls. Matthew was the first one I helped pass on.
If anyone's ever seen a show called Bleach, this reminds me of Bleach.
I used to get a lot of these. To me, they were like trophies. Badges of honor for doing the right thing. Jack wasn't too amused, but he did his best to cover for me. I kind of feel bad for making him go through all that.
Well, primary school number 7. Dear Mr. Orcon. Sounds like a name they gave a guy on Dying Light. We must request you to attend the next parent-teacher meeting, as we would like to discuss with you the situation that took place last Thursday. To recap, Marion gave one of the students a message from his recently deceased grandmother. We understand it was Marion's way of consoling her fellow student, but we're sure you realize that this behavior is inappropriate to say the least. Given that this is not the first behavioral problem we've informed you about, we believe it's high time for us to meet and talk about Marion's future in our school. So she just makes dumbass trouble.
My oldest family heirloom. As a kid, I'd show this to people just to freak them out. I'd usually say something like, "Pretty sick, huh?" I was such a dork.
I like dorks. ICU admission card. If this happens to do with hospital shit, then ICU means intensive care unit. General information. Ah, here we go. First name Marion. Last name. Wait, is she Marion? Second thermal burns covering. Ooh. 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 Why would you wear that like a badge of honor? Ooh. And yes, I'm going to take my time and explore everything. So this is a 1-bedroom apartment? I gotta say, this is really big for a 1-bedroom apartment. And why is it that your bedroom is all the way the hell down there, but your goddamn bathroom is right here? Because having a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom doesn't make much sense. I mean, 2-bathroom doesn't make much sense. I already have a theory about why her hair is albino white in the main cover, but then here it's like normal color. I think it's because that's how she looks in the spirit world. I think that's it. That's all there is to it. Anyway, let's go out to meet Jack to go to the funeral, or surgery, wherever the fuck. Oh, okay.
We lived upstairs from Jack's funeral home. It wasn't as weird as it sounds.
Oh.
Besides, If it wasn't for that, I may never have learned to use my powers.
So you guys live above the funeral home. Interesting. I mean, don't you want to turn your, don't you want to close your door at all? I guess not. Nice rain effects. Seriously. Living in a place that has rain on a very regular basis, I like it. I still might turn off the motion sensing shit for the first person shit too. I'm just not entirely sure yet if I want to. We'll see how it goes. Yo, all these apartment doors that you can't open up remind me of Song of Horror.
Jack taught me to accept my condition. Of all my foster parents, he was the only one who saw it as a gift and not a curse.
So Jack's specialty is foster parents, huh? So one thing I find, so right now, the haptic feedbacks have worked once again, because I can actually feel a bunch of tiny little vibrations that my guess is represent the falling rain on the ground. So that's kind of cool, because not only can I see them, let's say like hitting the puddle, and hear them hitting the ground, but I can feel it on the controller. That's cool. That's a new sense of immersion. Because you couldn't do that without haptic feedback. Oh shit, hang on. The Last Goodbye Funeral Home. Mailboxes. Is there anything around here I can explore or no?
Who doesn't?
No, wait. Need to get out. I definitely wasn't expecting this to be a fixed camera game.
Jack's in the prep room.
Well, I don't know where the prep room is, so that would be the prep room. So this is Jack's office, I assume. Whenever he's not prepping cadavers. With all the shit they do to him.
Here it is.
Oh, so I couldn't go in there anyway. I had to get a key. I just wanted to go exploring personally. Record of funeral. Name of deceased. Adam Nowak. General information. Male. February 5th, 1976. Krakow. Where's Krakow? Hang on, you know, I'm actually going to look this up just so I have a clear idea as to where this game takes place. Poland! So these guys are Polish! I assume it's also a I assume the devs are also Polish then. Name of mother, Hannah. Name of father, Stanislaw. Not to be confused with Stanislav, as in Stanislav Petrov, as in one of the most important people to have lived in the last 150 years. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. If it weren't for look up Stanislav Petrov. If it weren't for him, the entire world would not be at what it is today. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. University student, married, 1999, car accident. We don't call them car accidents anymore. We call them car wrecks. And that's an actual thing too. Embalming, dressing body, cosmetician, flowers. Jack. Mrs. Nowak brought funeral payment confirmation today. It's in the cabinet. Also, Robert took Friday off, so I need someone else at the funeral. Marianne. Funerals. Something that I think pretty much everyone goes through. Well, maybe not. Something a lot of people go through, but nobody wants to go through. Like I've already mentioned, I've gone through it, and it was a very poignant experience. Jack's tie clip. Are we about to get another beautiful cutscene? Oh. I didn't think the prep room would be downstairs. Dude, oh my god, this looks like it could be a fuck... Okay, no bullshit, dude. Now, if I just watched her going down the stairs like that at a glance... Okay, check this out. Okay. If I watch something like this at a glance, I might actually think that it's a movie, like a live-action movie. Look at this! Jesus Christ. Dude, my dick hasn't been this hard for good graphics since The Order 1886. Now I just hope that this game's gameplay doesn't follow the same tragedy that the Order 86 did. Because that game's visuals were fucking impeccable like this one, but the gameplay was anything but.
Not sure if I'm ready for this.
Dude, this reminds me of so many fucking horror games.
Hey,
Oh,
Jack.
fuck. Oh, that's Jack! He's a fucking dead guy! Oh. Is it weird? I just gotta know now. Is it weird for morticians what they do?
I got your special clip. No. Where's your tie?
Oh, it's right there.
Snazzy. You wouldn't have it any other way. I didn't expect this to be easy. I guess I didn't know what to expect. When things get personal, it just burns you from the inside out. There. I guess you're ready. But am I?